this meeting,
Oh,
so
excellent. How about that?
it's not even 6 moves to Kevin Bacon.
Good.
Can you get from Matt Maraca to Kevin Bacon? That's the question. Great. Great, we are live.
Okay, we call the meeting to order of the zoning board of appeals. Members present, Tim Hamilton,
Dave Reed,
Dave Reed.
Mike Foster.
Tony Hanson.
Okay, we have a quorum. Approval of the minutes. I don't know if you looked at the minutes that were sent out. This is from meeting April 1st.
I move we approve.
Excellent. I have a motion. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Tony. All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed the same. All right. Area variance application. So 98 West Main Street. It looks like they want to build an accessory building with a concrete floor. Within 3.5 feet of the property line. Code requires 5 feet for accessory buildings. Tom, what can you tell us about? Can you tell us anything about the project?
Simple, he showed me a couple of sketches of what he think the shed would look like. It doesn't look offensive or unlike any other shed newer shed you'll see.
It says it's 16 by 30.
So it's a little on the large side.
Okay.
But,
Is this somewhat the drawing they gave us? Do we know if that's somewhat to scale? In the sense of how large the house is, and I'm wondering why is there a foundation that's already there he's building on with 3.5 feet?
no, he's gonna, put it on a slab with concrete floor. Yeah, there's nothing there at the moment.
I guess I'm wondering why 3.5 and not just 5 feet.
Right.
He said there's something that's, in the way, an encumbrance of some sort. I don't recall what it was, if he did tell me.
Cause I don't see anything in here
Yeah.
that addresses that would answer any of our questions.
Right.
I didn't see anything on Google Street View that, I didn't see the instruction to the north side of the proposal that was obvious to me, but it could be something in the ground for.
Yeah, well, we could speculate, but.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there could be all sorts of things. He could have a septic system, he's not hooked up to the city services and he doesn't wanna build it on top of his septic system, but.
Yeah,
Without him here or calling in. You said you didn't see a tree, right? Wasn't a tree in the way on Google Images?
There's a fair amount of yard there.
I'm looking at the size of the property, 100 by 200. Doesn't seem like there's any other buildings. That were, have we heard anything from neighbors or anybody? Nobody wrote in.
No
Okay.
comments.
And we don't have anybody who's here, who's a neighbor who could say, I care or I don't care. I'm not sure where to go. Since the most obvious question can't be answered. Why?
And we table it until the property owner shows up.
We can table till they can come in another meeting.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I called and I just sent a second text.
that said, why do you want to put it there?
First I said we started the meeting, are you having trouble hooking up?
Possible he's on a fire call.
Yeah, although he's not in town.
Oh, hey, fantastic point. Yeah, okay, that's why he was zooming in. Okay,
Is he a fire chief or something?
He as a volunteer with the T-Bird Protocol.
he's an officer, but I can't remember where he is on the line. Yeah.
That carries no weight.
Right.
I'm just.
No, but I forgot that he was out of.
I appreciate all the volunteer firemen we have and the work they do. I mean, the obvious questions we would have is what's the encumbrance that we're trying to deal with and why can't you just put it 5 feet? away, we don't know anything more about that. So I would accept a motion to table.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
My second question about that,
Why,
table it till the next available meeting, meaning someone else comes with variance, or he talks with us about scheduling a time when he can be here, that we can work with that.
so what does that do for the public hearing? Does that mean I have to repost as secondary, or do we open it but leave it open and not closed? For the public hearing, because I did notice this to be that. My recollection of protocol is that you can open the public hearing and not close it. And then or you can close it and reopen it
Yeah, why?
without a second notice.
Uh,
You decided there, Tim, I don't have.
Well, the nature of. So if we open the public hearing and don't close it, you're saying then we could schedule it more quickly. And you
Yeah.
wouldn't have to go through the process of posting again.
Yeah, and spend the $65 to post.
Okay,
Recoup.
but the next time we might have availability would be when we'd have another meeting anyway in a month.
So I can repost, I just wanted to post the option.
You know, I mean, we don't, I mean, if he's out of town, he's probably not gonna be back in town for a while, and then you gotta get notice, and then we gotta figure out if we can meet. Another time between then, it doesn't matter to me, what do you guys want to do? Do we wanna leave it open that it could be scheduled more judiciously in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, if it makes just as light or having the meeting again more quickly, that's fine, then let's open it.
Do we have other stuff coming down the pike that we're know of?
Nothing in.
I have a call from Matt Baraka. Hey there, are you able to join the ZBA meeting and speak to your application? Okay, how about we put you on speakerphone? You good with that? Okay. Come on, Jessica, you can do this. Okay, all right, speakerphone, let's see if they can hear you. Matt, can you hear us?
Yes,
Okay,
Okay, Matt, we have one question particularly. Why? Why do you need 3.5 feet and not 5 feet?
it would get buried by the concrete.
So you have a footer drain going from your house? What, toward the back of the property?
Yep, goes all the way to the back of the creek.
And if you put it at 5 feet, you're gonna be, part of your slab's gonna be over that footer drain?
Yes,
Alright,
Do we need to untable this? Did we vote?
We didn't vote.
He's asking the question.
we didn't vote, so. Yeah,
yep, that's the outflow for the footage, so if it's not approved, I'd have to, during construction phase, I'd have to dig it up and reroute it.
is it close enough to the surface that there's a problem with it being under the concrete slab?
Yes, because I've had it staked a few times by tree.
Oh.
So I don't want to bury it if in the future I do have to dig it up.
Okay.
How about the other side of the property?
Yeah,
It's definitely, at least this year, it's definitely had some issues due to the recent, all these storms we had.
So another question we have is, could the shed be located on the other side of the property?
Necessarily because there's a sewer line that runs across the back half of my property. And if I would put it to the other side, I'd have to rearrange some stuff. Cause there's also a water line that comes in through that side of the property as well.
Okay, so you have a sewer line and you have a water line on the left side of the property, and you have this footer drain.
So along the entire back half of the property, it comes down from, that's a main sewer line that comes down along the back side of all those houses all the way down towards the village.
Mike, the other question?
did Did you, talk to your neighbor, on the, other side? To see what their impression would be of this, are they okay with it?
Did you hear that about your neighbor? Did you talk to your neighbor on the side where the shed would be located, or what's their feelings about it?
No. She did not care about the shed.
Uh-huh.
Cause I'm gonna work with her once I remove my old shed to help her take down some of those trees that are there, some kind of trees.
Okay,
Goal is to try to keep it off the line as far as I can. But that will be determined once the construction starts. When I measured, it was definitely gonna be down to the footer drain.
okay,
So it depends on if they start to dig, if they actually find the footer drain, because if they do, then I might be able to change the plans and then shift it to within the 5 feet. Because as of right now, my shed, the existing structure sits at 4.5 feet off the property line.
okay,
And that was existing, that was before, that was there when I bought the house.
okay. So in between your properties, is there a fence, or you said there's like a tree line? Okay. All right, do we have any other questions for him?
So just to be clear, you're not precisely sure where that drain line runs and that's.
They got fairly close to where it was because my neighbor had just bought her house like this year. It was just sold and recently purchased, so I could kind of figure out where they put the new stakes in.
All right.
So I'm thinking the reason why I can't go farther with it or come close, well, it's because there's that sewer line that definitely splits the back of my yard, and I know I gotta be so many feet away from that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, any other questions, so we can let him go? All right, those are the questions we had. We'll continue our discussions.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
It sounds like that if they find the line and then have to do some work with that, he could make it work to just stay farther away from his neighbor.
The fact that it's already not up to code anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, it's sort of grandfathered.
Right.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
don't think we have a provision out for that in the zoning though.
No.
As far as Existing.
But just in terms of real.
no, you just,
It's also like a lot.
no, it's not a legal standing, it's just an issue. It's an issue where neighbors maybe are used to things that are close and, so we can let we had a motion to table. May I suggest we vote no on that? We had a motion and a second.
Or I could just withdraw it.
Oh, withdraw the motion. Okay.
Like it.
All right, let's withdraw the motion. Okay, so let's have a discussion just about the issues that are at stake here. Undesirable change reproducing the character of the neighborhood.
I'm sorry, do you wanna do?
Oh, we have to do public hearing. Oh, there was nobody here.
No, but we get to.
Okay, can I have a motion to open public hearing?
So moved.
Can I have a second? Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Nobody seems to be here. Anybody's online?
Nope.
Have a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Oh, we got movement over here and we're going second here, Dave. And all in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed, the same. Okay. Do we think a undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood will be created by moving this shed? So no is, everybody agrees it's no. Okay. Number two, the benefits off of the act may be achieved by some method feasible, other than the area variance.
Say no.
I would say no without requiring him to dig up his footage.
It's hard, I mean, I would say, yes, it's certainly feasible. The question would be, that of course, everything is feasible. Well, most things are feasible with enough time and money, and it's a little hard not knowing what the extent of that work would be. To move it, you know, when you're trying, I mean, it's just a small thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But I would say, I wouldn't have to say it's feasible. It's my opinion.
A yes vote on feasibility doesn't mean we don't grant a variance.
Right.
It's just how we interpret it. I appreciate what you're saying. I dug a footer drain myself this summer and, I wouldn't ask anybody to have to do that or have to pay somebody to do that unnecessarily for something like this, so. But, you know, like you said, anything's feasible, but I'm gonna say no. In the parameters of what he's doing.
I would say no, I mean, in terms of practicality and. Yeah, I've heard from what I understand to be, so I would say.
And he's trying to avoid, when we talk about placing it someplace else, he's trying to avoid all the other issues he has of sewer and water and. So we have a yes, one yes, and three no's,
Correct.
one yes and three no's. Okay, whether the requested area variance is substantial. Substantial in percentage, but not substantial. I would, in my mind, it's 1.5 feet.
Yeah. And
Out
there's
of
an
5.
existing shed. It's just not substantial.
I say substantial because it's still 30%. Which I would put over in the substantial, and I'm not sure. What we're measuring makes a much of a difference is that, you know, degree of variation. But
I mean. By pure math, it is, but I don't really feel like it, I don't think it's from a visual standpoint.
Right.
I think we're just talking about 1.5 feet. And there was, you know, even though. There was an existing structure before. So I don't think it's. I was gonna, you know.
One of the purposes of my understanding of our side yard setbacks is the availability to keep clear the property line. 3.5 feet, you can still keep it clear. You can run a small mower through it, things like that. You get smaller, then it becomes, now all of a sudden you get this, especially if you have a fence and you have this dead space in there that could become, that.
Right, access to it, like, I mean, you can sell it through. So.
Yeah. So. Substantial? No, so 1 yes, 3 no's on substantial. Whether the proposed variance will have an adverse effect on the physical or environmental conditions of the neighborhood?
No.
No across the board. And last, is the alleged difficulty self-created?
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody's a yes on that? Okay. What do you want to do? We'll entertain a motion.
Who's granting the variance?
Okay, we have a motion, can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Discussion.
it seems like. The exact location of the property line might be in question, as well as the exact location of this drain. He seemed to be fine with putting in 5 feet if there was room. Is that within our power to set that as a stipulation? Or do we have to just grant it and then go trust him to do as he?
Well, he can't put it closer if we grant it than 3.5 feet.
Right.
That's gonna necessitate a definition of the property line. And he sounds like he doesn't want a crowd as much as possible, that he'll put it as far away as possible, but he won't put it within the 3.5 feet. So I think it's a reasonable statement. I don't see how we can, we can't. I don't see how we can put it in a condition.
There's no then statement that we can include.
I don't know how we can do that. He seems to want permission to do it. Not knowing how it's gonna turn out. I fully appreciate that, where he's at. And he's gonna have someone build this and he's gonna put that concrete in, and when they start doing that concrete, the digging. They're gonna hit his footer drain and maybe then okay, we've just expanded the project by the 22% that I was anticipating. And if he's gonna put the footer drain in, maybe he's gonna then move it and then he'll go, okay, let's just move this over here, now we're all good. Our responsibility is you can't encroach past this. Whatever we establish, you can't encroach past that. If things come up and then it's worse than he anticipated, now he wants to put it a foot from there, no. You can't do that. You can't do that. Oh,
I can have the minutes reflect a note that the applicant intended to stay 5 feet if possible.
yeah, I mean, he made that statement, yeah.
But that can't be a condition of approval.
No,
No.
no, it's not a condition. Just a note made by the applicant.
Okay.
Because any assurances, even if they're sitting right here and go, oh yeah, I'll do that, that's just an assurance. What we dictate is what we dictated. Any other discussion about it? We have a motion to approve the variance to allow the building to be within 3.5 feet of the property line. Are we okay voting?
Is it seconded? Oh, let's try.
It was seconded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just do a roll call vote. I vote yes, Bruce?
Yes.
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 Yes,
Okay, it's unanimous. Motion's approved. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'd like to make a motion.
To adjourn?
To adjourn, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else with this. Like a motion and there's some other business I want to bring. Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
I.
Opposed, the same. Meeting's adjourned.